All right, welcome back to Lions franchise here on Madden 24. We are in week 8, taking on the Green Bay Packers. We are also right at the trade deadline. So, real quick, I have just restructured a couple of contracts. Aiden Hutchinson, Nay Sewell, Ray Clayton, several guys there. So now we have a lot more cap space, which means we should be able to re-sign Gabe Davis. I think I would rather give him a 3-year deal than a 4-year deal. But that probably means I'm going to have to up the money a little bit. And I think we just didn't have the money to offer him before. He likes the offer, but he's not going to resign. And then Malcolm Rodriguez, I'd kind of like to bring back. I'd rather offer him a 2-year deal. Because at some point he's going to start to regress. Maybe if we offer him like 9 and 9, he's going to resign. So we're going to have Malcolm Rodriguez back. And then Dylan Collins, who's like a backup linebacker. He doesn't really want hardly any money. Like I would maybe just like lower that a little bit. He doesn't want to resign. I didn't really want to resign him anyway. He doesn't really play. Ballard's not getting re-signed. Hess, no. None of the tight ends. Montel Crutchfield is not getting re-signed. He's not good. I do want to re-sign our fullback. He's an 80 overall. Just bump the money up slightly. It's a 3-year deal. He's going to re-sign. Aleem McNeil, I know he's almost an 80 overall. He wants quite a bit of money. And I just don't know that he's going to really develop anymore. I don't know that he's going to get very much higher than 80. So I don't think I want to re-sign him. I think maybe I'd rather look in the draft. Riley Patterson, I'm not going to re-sign. I think we're going to look for somebody else at kicker. Maybe in the offseason we'll trade for somebody with superstar abilities or something. We can let him go the rest of the year, but set our national scouting focus. It's probably going to be. Let's see, we can leave it to offensive tackle, or we could try to set it as outside linebacker, because those are the two that our scout here has areas of expertise in. So we'll get a big bonus for either one of those. I think I'm gonna go offensive. Well, we don't really need tackle. Maybe we'll go linebacker. I didn't really mess with my scouts too much this season, so I think this is probably going to be the last season. I might do something after that, like more like a simulating the season and then just doing the playoffs, or doing a whole season at a time, type video. But I think we have some trade offers for Gavin Hutchins. Who I don't think is playing right now. But I don't think I want to trade him. I think I want to hang on to Gavin Hutchins. But I do want to make a trade here. We use the trade finder. And I think the player I actually want to trade is going to be Taylor Decker. And Of course, he's in a contract here, so we might not be able to get as much for him. I think that we've got a young left tackle that we drafted. He's not as good. He's more a pass protector, but I think we could develop him pretty well if he is starting. And I think what we really need is like a third receiver. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown, we have Gabe Davis, but we need somebody else. Somebody, we don't need like a T. Higgins 95 overall, but somebody at least in the. I mean, Jerry Jeudy would be nice. I don't think we could get him. That might be pretty difficult. Um, Dang, the Browns don't have any good receivers. Chase Claypool is nearly their best receiver. Just kind of looking here. I'd really like a big, tall receiver that's a big target. There's absolutely no way we could get CD Lamb. I'd love to have CD Lamb on the team, but like there's no way. He's a 98 overall. There's no way they're gonna let us trade for him. I kind of want to trade for a created player, not like a real player. Nicole Hardman is on the Panthers now. I definitely don't want to trade for somebody who's in a contract here. Cooper Kupp's 34, so that's probably not a good idea. I don't know that we could get him anyway. DK Metcalf could be cool, but I don't know that we're with X Factor and 94 overall. He's going to be really hard to trade for. And again, we're really looking for like a third receiver. So maybe somebody we can. DJ Moore might be interesting. T. Higgins would be nice. I just don't think we're going to be able to trade for him. I'd kind of like to try to get Jerry Jeudy, but I just don't know if that's really feasible. Antonio Weber for the Browns is 6'5". 6'5", 227. We might be able. I think that's really because he's almost an 80 overall. I know he only has normal development, but let's try to get Antonio Weber and maybe like a second round pick. It's not even close, really. Probably because of the second round pick, but maybe we do like a third. That's a lot closer. Is there anybody else I want to trade? There's actually a corner I'm thinking about trading, Tyquan Scott. He's really like our fourth corner. I'd kind of like to keep him on the team. He's only got normal development, though. We could trade Hendon Hooker. Again, I kind of like having him as the backup. I'll give him Braylon Berry. Not really a need for them, but yeah, that's gonna do it. That'll get us the third round pick. Taylor Decker and Braylon Berry for was it Antonio Weber and a third round pick in 2028, which is next season. So that's fine. And then I actually want to look at free agents here. I'd kind of like another running back. Zay Jones is actually in free agency. He's 32 at this point. I kind of want another tight end. I want a better backup tight end. There really just isn't one that's that good. Colby Parkinson, Luke Musgrave. We could trade for one. And then I kind of wanted like a power back, but just to try to take some of the load off of. There's Earl Bailey, who's a 74 overall. We're going to sign Earl Bailey. And then I think we're going to trade for a tight end, and then we'll finally get into the game against the Packers, which we shouldn't have really any problem with. I want to trade for a backup tight end. Because we've got Ray Clayton, but a guy like Dan Graham here. He's a 78 overall. He's got hidden development. We could try to get Dan Graham. Quickly we find a tight end here. Can we get him? We've got 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. Can we get him for a third-round pick? Not even close. Can we get him for a third and 2 fifths? No. Our late second-round pick and a fourth, maybe. That's almost enough to go through. So maybe if we take away the fourth and do 2 fifths and a seventh. We'll keep the fourth. That is so close. Let's take away the seventh. Let's take away the second, fifth. And we'll just do a 4 and a 5. And that's going to go through. So we've got a new tight end who's going to back up Ray Clayton and be that second. We have a lot of packages where there's even 2 or 3 tight ends on the field. So we've got a little, and most of the changes we made were to the offense. But we've got Graham here now, who looks like he has not played at all. He's a possession guy. But he's just about as good of a vertical threat. He's 6'5". He's got hidden development. It might just be star. And then Weber is going to be our third receiver. And then Earl Bailey is now our second highest running back. Hampton, of course, going to start at left tackle. Linderbaum at center. Jermaine at left guard. And then Church is starting at right guard. And Knasel, obviously, at right tackle. Hutchins backing up several guys. Chambers backing up some guys. Crutchfield's in there backing up Church, but I mean, we can't have Hutchins backing up everybody, but I think it'll be fine. And then defensively, everything's the same. We re-signed Rodriguez, obviously. Nick Mullins is here. He's an 80 overall. But we also just found out, and I want to move Irving back up to our third corner since he is a rookie. But we just found out that he has superstar development. And I've given him the ability to return man because he is going to be our kick returner. And I think I'm going to go ahead and also make him our punt returner because Pippen really hasn't done a whole lot as punt returner. Specialist, I'm going to have Earl Bailey be the power back. Slot receiver, I guess, can be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Slot corner needs to be Irving. And then everything else looks fine. Rodriguez is sub linebacker. But I'd like to try to get Earl Bailey onto the field sometimes running the ball. I don't want Jahmyr Gibbs out there running the ball every single play. He's a little more likely to get hurt like that. I don't want to scout the players. I want to get into our weekly strategy here now. I guess we could defend the inside run. I'd like to try throwing it deep. And we'll get into the practice drill real quick here for Gabriel Barkley. I know the intro to this video is going to be really long. All the trades and stuff. We'll just quickly do the practice drill here. That one's picked off. If you're going to mess up in this drill, it's better to do it early. Got bronze now. There's Weber onto the field. He's that new wide receiver we traded for, so that one's incomplete. Might be a little bit more difficult to get gold now. Weber gonna take that one. So he's a big target. You know. He's like 6'5", so. Caught that one. Throw this one deep for St. Brown. That one's picked off. We're not going to get gold. I doubt we'll even get silver. But yeah, we got bronze. It's fine. We'll get a few XP. 300. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I probably don't need Benji Fields as one of my focus players. I need to change my focus players next time. He's not even the backup now. With our new free agent signing a running back, so Got a few upgrades here. It's gonna be Amon-Ra St. Brown. We can do slot. Slot's fine. Get a bunch of upgrades. Agility, break tackle, deep route, medium route, catching traffic. Then Luke Gibson has an upgrade. He's like a backup that never gets on the field. So just let the CPU do it. And we'll finally get into the game here. Again, we're taking on the Packers. They're not very good. It shouldn't be a tough game. Really shouldn't be a tough game. I don't know. I think I might have changed it so that the option is to defer the ball to the second half on the kickoffs. I think I changed it in Lions franchise, so I'd much rather not have ball first. Brian Stevenson, who we've already played once, not having a great year. Again, really all of our changes were on the offense. Our defense is fine as Ed Oliver gets a sack. We restructured his contract as well. We did like Ed Oliver, Aiden Hutchinson, Jaden McPhee. There were several guys we had to restructure in order to try to re-sign Gabe Davis and the rest of the guys. Of course, Gabe Davis didn't really like our offer, but I don't really want to sign him to a really long contract. Zed Oliver gets another sack. Sometimes that Oliver will just go off. Irving now. I think this is his first game returning punts. He was doing kickoffs before. Of course, he's got that return man ability now that he's unlocked abilities. So that might help him a little bit. I think it just makes him able to break tackles easier, pretty much. 2,000 yards for Gabriel Barkley. 19 touchdowns, 13 picks is kind of a lot. But 19 touchdowns is not bad. We got a new guy at left tackle. I think he's played a little bit, but I think he played some last year. But I'd just like to try to develop him. Of course, we got the new receiver. He's not in on this play. This Gibbs has 2 rushes for 17 yards. Had 120 yards last week, no touchdowns. Weber's on the field. I don't know how much we're actually going to throw the ball to him, but it'd be nice to have somebody that's more of an option than than like Clarence Trapp or Braylon Berry. I mean, maybe he can block a little better too, hopefully. Of course, we got Graham onto the field now as the backup tight end. I think we're going to look for him. That's picked off. That was just a bad idea. I was just trying to throw the ball to him to see what he can do, and he really wasn't open at all. That was just a dumb mistake by me. The ball's dropped there on the throw by Stevenson. There's a sack for a safety. Is that Hutchinson? A couple of guys in there on the sack. It's going to make it 2-0. As Pippen will take the kick return on the safety punt. We're up to the 31. That's fine. They're going to keep showing us Jahmyr Gibbs' numbers here. And he ran the ball pretty well on that first drive. Get about 3 there. We'll go no huddle here. Maybe bring Weber across the middle of the field, see what he can do. That one's picked off. He jumped up in the air for that one. He's already thrown 2 picks. Usually you don't see the linebackers jump like that. And that ball should have been more, kind of lofted over his head, but McPhee with good coverage. Of course, our defense, we've got superstar X factors and superstars kind of all over the place. So. Kirby Joseph, Aiden Hutchinson, really most of our defensive line. Of course, Tariq Wallace doesn't get the X Factor abilities because we have too many X Factors on the field. But I'm going to roll out and just throw it away. It's 4th down. We've had a bad start to this game. And the field goal is really only going to put us down by 1. I think we have 2, but Carlson hits the field goal. I just need to calm down a little bit here and play better. So Packers not a great team, and we really shouldn't have too much of a problem. Well, we've made some mistakes so far. 1 for 3 for Gabriel Barkley for 2 interceptions. It's really bad. So again, I'm trying to get the new players involved, and I'm just forcing myself to make mistakes. Really shouldn't, but looking for, I think that was St. Brown there, and just not really the best pass. Weber might be able to get open here. This is vertical, so we're looking down the field. If Weber can catch up to that? Nah. It's a good defensive play there. Play action crossers for Gabe Davis. If we have a good throw here, it shouldn't be a problem. Gabe Davis going to make the catch. That's a big game. I'm going to go no huddle here and just Hand it off to Jameer Gibbs. He's gonna get 5. That's fine. That's good. Gonna go outside zone this time. 3rd and 1. Go RPO and just hand it off up the middle. Not a lot there, but it's going to be enough for a first down. Now we look for Ray Clayton. Maybe should have let the play develop a little bit more, but kind of needed to throw it there. So. Taking off with Gabriel Barkley, but we're not able to get anything. Ray Clayton's open. He makes the catch. Gets down at the 12-yard line. Gonna hand this one off to Gibbs. It's gonna get us down to the 7. Not able to really do anything there. Dan Graham is into the game at tight end. And Clarence Trapp and Weber are also into the game. Nothing there, really. I was looking at Dan Graham, and he just got... He couldn't get into his route, and then by the time he'd get dead, it was a broken play. So. Riley Patterson going to tack on the field goal. We'll take the lead. 5-3. Again, trying to get the ball to the new players, just see what they can do. Didn't really work out there. So. Ed Oliver shedding the block there, and that one's incomplete. Watson, Rodriguez, and Mullins here on this play. No, well, I was going to take Mullins. Irving with a tackle down the field. I think I'm going to take Tyreek Wallace here. They're going to run the ball. Zach Charbonnet with loss of 2. And I'm not going to go through who's on this team. We've already played them once this season. So Ed Oliver going to try to get another sack. He's going to get a half a sack there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 25. Stevenson just running backwards and then not really looking to get rid of the ball. So. They really haven't done anything outside of after the turnover. They were able to get a 3, but Ed Oliver gonna shed another block here, taking off and just throwing it away. 3rd down though, he would have been better off trying to pick up a few yards, scrambling. Guess he didn't want to bother. Irving on the punt return. Gets a few, gonna get us out to the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's averaging 6.1 yards per carry. And I think it'd be smart to keep running the ball. Just going to get about 8 there. Hopefully he's not hurt. He looks like he's not. Doing great there. Whoa. We've got a stretch play here for Earl Bailey. Get him his first carry. Not bad. 6 yards. Picks up the first down. Gibbs still in the zone here. Take it outside a little bit. I'm only going to get 2 there, but still positive yards. I'm going to change the formation here. It's actually going to be Weber there. Running that wheel route. Gabriel Barkley going to just launch it down the field. Able to break out of the sack there. Only 3 completions today for Gabriel Barkley. Go verticals here again, maybe? I'm going to throw it down the field here. Knocked down. 4th and 8. We punt here? I think we punt here. It's going to bounce, hopefully. Yeah, it's going to go into the end zone, unfortunately. So, hoping it would stay out of the end zone, but I mean, it's fine, though. Start at the 20. They got a long way to go, so that one's dropped. Because we've got to settle down here a little bit on offense. Of course, the Packers aren't a very high overall, but their defense is much better than their offense. So that one's dropped. 3 for 10. Several of those have been just throwaways, but a couple of drops here. So that one's caught. That's a first down. Kind of surprising there. Friedman's onto the field at middle linebacker here. Zach Charbonnet still not able to get anything. Malcolm Rodriguez with his first tackle of the game. Ed Oliver's in the zone. We should probably try to take advantage of that. So they're looking to throw a little screen pass here. Looks like we jumped off sides. They're going to take the penalty. It's only McNeil jumping off sides there.
Still 3rd down.
It's going to bring up a little more manageable 3rd and 3. They're still going to throw the ball here. They got the first down. They're slowly moving it down the field here. Hadn't been for the penalty, we would have gotten off the field. But it's another sack. Rodriguez that time. We'll go with a nickel blitz here. That one's complete. Get some of that sack yardage back. And there's another sack from Rodriguez. Defensive line just occupying all the offensive linemen, and then the linebackers coming through there. So Irving gets us to 32 here. Hand this one off up the middle to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to get about 4. Gonna run an end around with Gabe Davis here. As long as the blocking holds up, this should be good. And it didn't hold up enough. He had to take a longer route there to get to the edge. So the blocking really wasn't quite good. Throw it deep for Ray Clayton. It's going to be complete. Get Ray Clayton again over the middle. Down to the 24. We just hit the 2-minute warning here. Set up a screen for Jahmyr Gibbs here. Get us all the way down to the 10-yard line. We're going to get sacked. That's Jack Campbell, who we traded to the Packers. Weber looks open enough. We're just going to overthrow him a little bit. 3rd and 17 here. Try play action crossers, maybe. See if Gabe Davis can't get open here. We're going to get sacked practically. We got the ball away, but guess we'll take the field goal, make it 8-3. .49 seconds left. We do get the ball to start the second half. Still no touchdowns in this game for either team. They only get out to the 17 here on the kickoff. We've got a 5-point lead here. Ed Oliver trying to take out the quarterback again. 2nd and 1, they're going to call timeout. And Ed Oliver is no longer in the zone. That one's complete. They're going to take another timeout here. I'm sure they're at least trying to get into field goal range here. They're going to take their last timeout. 27 seconds left. They're at the 43-yard line, but they're now out of timeouts. That one's overthrown. Started 3 for 10, I think it was, and now he's like 10 for 18. So they're trying to pick up a little. So that one's caught, and he's out of bounds. And they're just going to kick the field goal. 19 seconds left. They're into field goal range. You know, he got out of the bounds and the clock's up, but they're going to miss the field goal. He just absolutely shanked it to the left. Didn't miss it by a ton, but wide left there. I'm really surprised he missed that. 15 seconds. We're at the 44-yard line. I'd like to get a touchdown here, but... And Weber with the catch. Weber with the touchdown. Absolutely mossed him. Antonio Weber. In his first game with us. Former Cleveland Brown. Just absolutely beat his man there and was able to come down with that. He's a very physical wide receiver. And we'll make this 15-3. He's really our third wide receiver, but it's really the first play he's made today. I'd be surprised here if the Packers tried to do much with the ball. But yeah, they're just going to run it here. And they're out of timeouts, so that's going to end the half. It's halftime. We can probably just skip through this. Of course, we're on Sunday Night Football here. I think I still want to go through it deep. We were, I think, defending the inside run, but I think we need to defend the short pass. Of course, we get the ball here now and start the second half. I don't think we can really put the game away here with a touchdown, but it's lots of time to go. Definitely make it really hard for the Packers with a touchdown here. So we're going to launch it deep to Gibbs, but it's out of bounds. Didn't have any chance at that ball. I wanted to come out running a little bit more, but with it, we could audible door run here. Just going to get it to 3rd and 6. This is a little more manageable of a third down. I think I'm actually going to run it again. If we get this to like 4th and 2, I would probably go for it. But it looks like Gibbs is going to get the first down here. So. 13 rushes for 78 yards. I'd like to get him a touchdown. He doesn't get enough touchdowns for what he really brings to the team. Like last week, he had 120 yards, but no touchdowns. Go 4 verticals here. I'm going to look for, what was his name? Weber. I was looking for Weber there. But he was I mean, the throw just wasn't really. Just looking for Weber again, but we got hit as we thought. So. 4th and 7. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? I'm gonna go for it here. Why? Because I can. We're gonna get it to Graham. Graham, the backup tight end who we just traded for, gonna take it all the way for a touchdown. Dan Graham, our new second tight end there, able to make the catch and then just turn on the Jets and take it all the way for a touchdown. And I think I'm actually gonna go for 2 here. I was trying to get it out to Amon-Ra St. Brown real quick, but that's fine. That'll leave us at 21-3, which isn't too bad. So if you haven't already and you're actually still watching the video, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. I do this kind of thing, Madden stuff. I have 2 other franchise series where I play as the Browns, and I have a Patriots team with Malik Cunningham as the starting quarterback, and trying to get Malik Cunningham a Super Bowl in that one. So those will probably be going on longer than the Lions franchise, because the Lions one was the one I started first. As there's a fumble there, Hayden Hutchinson going to pick it up and take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Hayden Hutchinson with a nice play. But if you like this, I also do some Paper Mario content if you're into that. I have a video I posted just over a week ago that's doing really well. I took on all the Paper Mario bosses at the same time. At some point, there will probably be another attempt at that, just so I can actually beat it. I ran out of time last time, so had to do something else, so I was not able to keep trying. But probably be another attempt at that. I'm doing a playthrough of Paper Mario Darkstar, but it's been a while since I've actually posted that, so I'll get back into that soon. Occasionally I'll play just other games that are like on Game Pass. Done a few Fortnite videos. But I mean, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you could, and you're still watching this, you could subscribe if you want to see that kind of thing. Of course, like the video if you'll actually do like it. That helps YouTube to know that it's a good video and that it should push it out to other people. So it helps. We're at 600 subscribers now, so that's really awesome. And of course, this will get made into shorts too. Like anything that's really a big play has the potential to be made into a short. Which is where a lot of the subscribers and a lot of the views are, is in the shorts. So if you actually watch the long form content, I really appreciate you. So that's a penalty, probably roughing the passer. But I think this game is well in hand here. Yes, roughing the passer. I don't think the Packers are going to be able to go They might score on this drive, which would, put them down 18, but so that one's way across the field, not out of bounds. 14 for 24. He's cleaned things up a little bit. Had the sack fumble there a few minutes ago. That one's caught. Been thinking about doing an MLB franchise in the new MLB The Show, but I don't know that much about baseball. I don't watch a lot of baseball. And like I did one last year, but like I didn't go very far with it. I didn't make that many episodes. And it was before I was doing commentary and stuff, so they're gonna take the field goal on 4th and just make it 28-6. But I could try that. I don't know what team to play as. I don't want to play as like the worst team in the league, but I don't want to play as like a really good team where it's gonna be really good. So I don't know. But I'm really gonna try to start posting more and recording more often. Like I just really haven't been as consistent in March, like at all. I really haven't been consistent, probably too much at all since like February, or not February, probably since like January. I was way more consistent in January, but probably starting in April, I'll try to be a lot more consistent and just post more often. As we're kind of just taking a couple of shots down the field here. Take another one. Let's try to pick up the first down here. If we can pick up the first down, we can take another shot down the field. Ray Clayton was open, but the pressure was there. We go for it again. We don't have our new tight end on the field this time, but Weber's on the field. Ray Clayton's here. I'm going to take a deep shot to Weber. Weber with the catch. He's going to break a tackle. He's still going. Going to get all the way down to the 1. Weber on 4th down. Let's get Jahmyr Gibbs that touchdown, if we can. We don't. We want him to have a good season so he doesn't lose his X factor. And he's going to get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to fake the extra point. Just to be silly. Hendon Hooker going to get tackled. 34-6 now. I just felt like doing that. No real reason. Back on defense now. I mean, it's 34-6. There's. I mean, they have the whole 4th quarter, but they kind of need to score really quickly, and then we'd have to make a lot of mistakes to even have a chance to lose this game. There's a catch. Down to the 49-yard line. And Oliver going to get another. Probably just going to give him a half a sack there. I think the other half a sack was probably Irving. Irving seems like he sometimes gets about 1 sack a game. I was looking there. When I was looking at the play art, we can see their primary receivers route here. He's going to scramble and throw it away. Okay. But apparently, since we have the momentum, and apparently it's been like this the entire time, but we can see their primary receiver's route. He's not going to throw it to the primary receiver, and that's going to be caught. They just picked that up on 4th down. That one's caught. I think that was the primary receiver on the play. And now we've lost that ability. Receivers can receive incorrect hot routes. Like, that's not really a problem for the receiver. Takeaways. We're number 3 in the league in takeaways. Had just one today, just the fumble recovery, right? Would they kick a field goal here? Probably not, right? Like, there's no reason to make it 34-9. That doesn't really do any good. As Rodriguez is going to get another sack. So I had like 3 sacks on that same play. We're going to run it again. They're just not picking him up. That's picked off by Brian Branch. The 2-yard line. I want to look for something here for Antonio Weber. Really not a lot when you do it that way. They really want us to just run the ball here. I'm going to go double slants. But I'm actually going to send Weber deep here instead of having him run a slant. And I'm just going to launch it deep. Yeah, he didn't get it. He was like double covered on that play. So. We'll run the ball. We'll try to get out of the end zone here. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to pick up 3. A first down here is it's kind of important. Going to scramble here with Gabriel Barkley. Not able to pick up the first. It's 4th and 4. We're up by so much here. I know we're at the 8-yard line, and if we turn it over, they're probably going to score a touchdown, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get the ball to Ray Clayton. He is just practically gone. Doesn't really have the speed to get all the way down the field and get into the end zone. All the way down to the 46 here. That one's picked off. Jair Alexander. Three turnovers for us, 2 for Green Bay. Mullins with the tackle. Walker Little is injured. He's One of the offensive linemen, right? That one's dropped. Andrew Toon is injured now for Green Bay. I'm going to assume that if they don't get this, they're going to go for it. Nearly could have been picked there. Brewer with the coverage. 4th and 3, they are going to go for it. I think they're going to give him the first. They're going to give him the first down. It was pretty close, but got just enough. Of course, only about 4 minutes left. They're down by a lot. Throwing the ball short, that's fine. Clock's going to keep running here. Under 4 minutes now. Down to the 19-yard line. Again, these divisional games aren't very competitive. We've the last couple of seasons made our team a lot better, and these teams in the division have just really gotten worse. So they're probably going to score here, but yeah, they're going to get the touchdown. It's just, Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown, but it's just it's too late. There's 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. The extra point makes it a 21-point game. They'd have to get 3 touchdowns in the next 2 minutes. They're actually going to go for the onside kick. I'm not lined up to recover an onside kick. And Spencer, one of our special teams players, is going to fall on it here. So they'd basically have to here get the ball back and score 3 more times. So they could use their timeouts. As Earl Bailey gets his 2nd carry of the game. They could use their timeouts and get the ball back once. But they'd probably need like 2 onside kicks. Or a turnover or something. And it's just not going to happen. 3rd and 5. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. I'm probably going to look to throw it deep here. And now they're only giving us running plays. I want to throw it deep. I want to absolutely just put a dagger in them. Just completely end this game. Get it to Gabe Davis, but he drops the ball. Now they want us to go for it and throw the ball. Okay. Some plays to Ray Clayton. Maybe we just go 4 verticals here. Even if we don't get this, it really doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm going to throw it for Weber. It's going to be picked off. That ball's just a little bit further out in front Weber there. If that's just a little bit more of an accurate pass, that's a touchdown. They get the ball back here. I'm not worried. He's thrown the ball 42 times now, and he's completed 26 passes. Of course, now they can score, use their timeouts, and they only really need one onside kick. But that one's dropped. I don't know if that was dropped or just the pass wasn't really there. There's a sack and a fumble, but they're going to get the ball back. They took a timeout, which is a mistake. A lot of time would run off the clock, but now they can only stop the clock twice. So. Just going to throw it away on 3rd and 22. You really can't do that. Now you have to have a first down on 4th and 22. And it's a completion, but it's not far enough down the field. So. Get the ball at the 41 here, but I want to rub it in here. I want to try to do something. Of course, we could really just end the game here if we run the ball a couple of times. I'm going to throw it deep for Graham. Not a good pass there. 4 interceptions today and only 2 touchdowns for Gabriel Barkley. So throwing it for Graham again. Graham's going to make the catch. Dan Graham with another touchdown. Dan Graham has been excellent. Am I going to go for 2? I think I'm going to go for 2. Just lofting it up to Weber. I mean, that was like triple coverage. So 40-13 now. Weber's had a few nice plays. I don't think Ray Clayton's had a touchdown today. Weber's had some nice plays. Dan Graham, is that his name? He's had a few long touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs with a touchdown. It's been a little more. We've spread the ball around a little more. It hasn't just been throw the ball to Ray Clayton. And I think we played well here. I might record another episode right after this. I want to try to get through this season a little quickly so that I can focus on my other franchise series. The Browns and then the Patriots with Malik Cunningham. They're not even going to take a timeout here. They have timeouts. They're not going to bother. Look at the stats here. Gabriel Barkley with a 34% completion percentage. And yet he had 400 yards passing on only 11 completions. Had a long as 76. Ben Stevenson for the Packers completed one less pass than Gabriel Barkley threw and still had less yards. Did have 4 interceptions, but it's fine. Jahmyr Gibbs, 86 yards on 17 carries. It wasn't bad. Had a touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, they really didn't run the ball. Really at all. They had 9 carries. Jaden Reed had 160. Um, I'm not. He had 11 catches. Only had a long of 25. It's just the amount. Dan Miller had, 108. Zach Charbonnet 6 for 25. Uh, Steve Carruthers 5 for 39. They did okay. Ray Clayton had 4 catches for 114. So he did all right. Dan Graham had 2 catches and both were touchdowns. Uh, 2 for 107, a long of 66. Antonio Weber had 2 catches and would have had 2 touchdowns, but his second catch he got all the way down to the 1. He had 132. And then Jameer Gibbs had a couple catches. Gabe Davis had a catch. So I guess Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't have a catch today. The new players did good. A lot of tackles for loss today. And a lot of sacks, too. 3 for Ed Oliver. 2.5 for Malcolm Rodriguez. 2.5 for Tariq Wallace. 2 for Nick Mullins. Just look at us here. Half a sack for Leon Irving, half a sack for Aiden Hutchinson. Brian Branch had the interception. Forced fumble by Tariq Wallace and Nick Mullins. And then kicking. I guess we can look at kicking here. 2 field goals at the beginning of the game for Riley Patterson, only punting the ball once. It was a pretty good game. It was a fun game. This was a game where we just had some fun. Not a tough game at all. Not a game we took real seriously, to be honest. Of course, there's no scenarios of any kind. Next week is our bye week. We'll probably start with the bye week in the next episode. We probably won't do a whole lot. Mullins actually going to win Player of the Week for the 9 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. We had other players that probably played just as well, but for some reason he's going to win Player of the Week. It's probably going to do it for this episode. We're 7-1. Vikings and Packers tied for second in the division at 2-6. I mean, we could probably almost lose every game the rest of the season and still win the division. But we've got the Vikings in 2 weeks, got Tampa Bay after the bye week. It shouldn't be any, problem at all to win the division. And with us 7-1, we might actually be able to get the bye in the playoffs. But number 1 in offensive points per game, number 3 in passing yards, number 1 in rushing yards per game. And number 1 rush defense. So that's going to do it for this one. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.